Alrighty, we're going to replace some receptacles that are worn out and broken, and some of them are recessed in the wall pretty deep because they sheetrocked over the previous sheetrock. And we're going to use some box extenders and outlet spacers to make them nice and tight. And I'll show you how to do that. Here in the country I was born in, we use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare, the green is the ground, and red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop or a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. So I'll show you how to do this. This outlet is recessed in the wall pretty deep here. Oh, we have a shared neutral split circuit here, a multi-wire branch circuit. I'm making sure, I did shut off 2 circuit breakers, so I'm making sure it's off altogether. You don't want to get a shock with 240. To make things easier, I will just clip these wires off. Okay, on our new outlet, we are going to have to see we have the narrow slot, which goes to the brass screw, which is live, the silver colored screw, which is neutral, goes to the wide slot. We're going to break this little tab out on the hot side, like that. And we'll strip our wires. Okay, we'll close the screws we're not going to use. Okay, we'll put our white on the silver colored screw here. Close with the loop that direction turns. Tighten it up so it looks like that. Get our ground wire. We'll make our loop the direction that the screw turns. Close the loop the direction that our screw turns. There it is, that's what we want. Okay, we'll turn it this way so our ground stays on the bottom. Up and down. Okay, now we'll hook our black and reds up. We'll put our black one on the bottom, make our loop the direction that the screw turns. We'll put it on the bottom screw. Make sure our insulation doesn't get under the screw head. Make sure it's nice and tight. Get our red wire. Make our loop the direction that the screw turns. Put it under the... Okay, I'm going to make that loop a little bit bigger here so that we don't get the insulation back too far. go. Make sure our screws are tight. Okay, that's what we want right there. Make sure our insulation's not under the screw head. Okay, so now we'll keep our ground wire folded going across the bottom here. I'll make sure this will go in without. Okay, so now we'll put our box extender in. Goes down in like this. And let's see if these ears, we may not need the spacers because these ears come up nicely high on the sheetrock, so it's easy enough. When it's hard to see, vision can be your worst enemy. Okay, we don't need the extenders on this one because it's tightening. And these ears come up a little bit higher than the receptacle, so we are good on this one. Okay, this looks like the original wiring. We'll open our wire nuts and look inside here. They have a crimp sleeve on the ground wires, which is good. Oh, look how uneven that is there. Oh, I was lucky I was able to bring that out. Clip-ins are all even here. That one looks good. This one's up here quite a ways, so see how that one is up higher than the insulation down here? It's probably okay, but I'm going to redo it because I don't like it. See how that one wire is shorter than the others? I like to have them stripped the same length, so when I twist them, they're even on the top and on the bottom. insulation even at the bottom here. We'll get our twist started. I'll bring my third one over. See how I'm getting them all nice and even here? I'll clip them so the end is all even here. Now make sure my insulation goes up into the bottom portion of this wire nut here. Everything's all nice and tight. So now we can take our outlet off here. Okay, there's a crimp sleeve on the ground wires. Okay, so now we can fold our wires back into our box. Now keep our ground wire down here on the bottom. Take it to the back and keep it towards the bottom. That loop was too big for our ground wire here. So we're going to take our new outlet, we're going to close the screws we're not going to use. Okay, we'll put our ground wire on the green screw. I close my loop the direction that the screw turns. Make sure it's tight. Okay, we'll put our white on the silver colored screw, which is our neutral. Make sure our copper is under the screw head all the way around. Okay, we'll flip our outlet around, come over here, and we'll get our black one on the brass screw. Put it around the screw the direction that the screw turns. Close our loop. Tighten it up so we have a nice connection like that. Now we'll keep our black and white one up and down like this, and we'll keep our ground wire down at the bottom, and we'll keep it down like that so it stays away from everything. Okay, make sure that stays down away from everything here. Okay, we got this one all done. Okay, see the gap between the sheetrock and the switch here? We're going to put a nice new switch in here. So we'll look here, we'll see what color is the common, so black is the common, so we will just, take this all apart here. I'll just clip this ground wire off. So black is our common screw, and so the red and the white aren't going to make any difference. Okay, so we're going to keep our ground wire over here so it's away from everything. So I'm going to put it on the bottom. So I'm going to put red and white are our travelers. So it doesn't matter which two traveler screws the red and the white go on. So I'll just clip that a little shorter there. Make a nice loop here. Make sure it's tight. Okay, the black is the common, so I'll put the black on the common screw. That loop's a little big, so I'll open that up. I'll clip just a little bit off of it here. Make sure it's tight. Okay, we'll put our red on our other traveler screw up here like this. sure it's tight. And we'll put our ground wire on the green screw down here. So we're going to make a nice small loop, so it's a nice connection in here. Okay, now we're going to use some box extenders, or not box extenders, these are the outlet spacers. We're going to shim this out, so we're going to cut this here. We can fold it over like that, because I have to double the thickness. So we'll do one here on the top, and one on the bottom, so we just fold them like that, snap them together. Okay, I'm going to push these wires into our box here, make sure our ground wire stays down the bottom. Put this under our screw here. And we'll put this one up here like this. Now it's nice and tight to the box. Let's make sure our ground wire is down away from everything. It's not touching anything. Well, that box is kind of loose in the wall. Okay, see how the common screw is a slight different color than the other two? That's how to identify the common screw. Okay, so our black is the common. Okay, Make sure it's nice and tight like that. It's nice to see that some Eaton wiring devices are made here in the country I was born in. That's a nice thing to see. Make sure it's tight so we have a nice connection like that there. Turn it over. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, we'll put our ground wire up here on the top. Now, three-way switches don't have an up and down on them. Well, the box is all wobbly in the wall and loose. It's not nailed to anything, but you know what? There's nothing I can do. Nothing. This is Bakelite. If I try to screw into the stud through the side, it'll just break. So I'll just praise Jehovah and be thankful for what I can do and not worry about what I can't do. Just praise Jehovah, be thankful for what you can do, and don't complain about what you can't do. Because there's nothing you can do about what you can't do, but there is something you can do about what you can do. Okay, I'm going to keep this ground wire up here at the top. So it stays away from everything here. As I say, if there's nothing you can do, there is nothing. Just look in the dictionary, see the definition of nothing, and don't ask me questions. Because the word nothing does have a definition to it. However, I'm going to praise Jehovah for what I can do and be thankful for what I can do. And if the thing breaks, it breaks. There's nothing you can do. Just praise Jehovah. Praise Him. Don't frustrate and don't get angry. Just praise Him for everything that happens. Because everything's all in God's hands. It is what it is. Well, that's the best it's gonna be. I'll put my light behind it and just look, make sure ground wire is up away from everything. It's not gonna short out on anything. And everything is all good. Alrighty, so thanks for watching. That is how to replace switches and outlets here in the country I was born in, and use box extenders and outlet spacers to make everything secure to the box. Peace. Thanks for watching.